Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. We're off to a shaky start, but a good Saturday morning to you for a live broadcast audience here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Podcasting and streaming around the globe, it is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, you a Bronco fanatic? Jason Hyde, brand manager for the Ford Bronco, joins us, we hope. And a little later in this segment, we're going to have a special report from Mr. Jeff about the infamous Cadillac Ranch.
It's with niacin.
With niacin. You got that word in.
I got it in.
You
was a bet last night.
And you tell us if you remember niacin and what commercial the word, the
ingredient
was in.
Chemical, drug, whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever.
With niacin.
That's today's question. It's just ahead on this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy. Along with Mike out of this world, Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. And we're going to start off with some very important news, especially for car dealers across the United States. I don't know whether you or maybe some friends of yours that work for a car dealer are familiar with a company called CDK, a group that claims to have hacked CDK Global, the software provider to thousands of car dealerships in North America, have demanded tens of millions of dollars in ransom.
Wow.
A person familiar with the matter told Bloomberg. We get our story from Automotive News. CDK is planning to make the payment, said the person who asked not to be identified because the information is private. Well, not so private anymore.
Yeah.
The hacking group behind the attack is believed to be based in Eastern Europe. Imagine that. In the early days of any ransomware attack, discussions are fluid and the situation could change. So blah, blah, blah. CDK didn't respond to multiple requests for comment on Friday, but they did have something late last night, and I'll get to that in just a second. Since CDK discovered the breach and shut off systems on June 19th, Wednesday, chaos has ensued at many of its roughly 15,000 car dealerships that it counts as clients.
Wow.
CDK's core product, a suite of software tools referred to as Dealership Management System, or DMS, underpins virtually every element of auto dealers' day-to-day business. So the outage hampered sales, interrupted repairs, and delayed deliveries across an industry that topped $1.2 trillion in U.S. sales last year. The disruptions are also hitting amid an end-of-quarter sales push. It's just mass chaos, according to Diana Lee, the CEO of Constellation, a marketing agency that works with auto dealerships across the U.S. She said that on Bloomberg Television. The dealer is required to actually run a DMS for sales, service, parts, for every single functionality, even stocking a vehicle. You cannot do it without the DMS system. So it is a disaster, according to her. A demand in the tens of millions of dollars comes after hackers sought $50 million from a lab services company at the center of an ongoing ransomware attack that caused outages in London hospitals. United Health Group, largest medical insurer in the U.S., acknowledged earlier this year it paid hackers a $22 million extortion fee. Are you kidding? Why would you do that? CDK hasn't said who or which entity is behind the intrusion, but it issued a warning to customers Thursday evening saying that outside parties are reaching out to customers attempting to capitalize on the confusion. They said, "We are aware that bad actors are contacting our customers, posing as members or affiliates of CDK, trying to obtain system access. CDK associates are not contacting customers for access to the environment or systems. Please only respond to known CDK employees and communications." CDK's parent, Brookfield Business Partners, had its worst trading day since October, plunging 5.7% on Thursday and extended its declining revenue Friday. Shares in dealer groups AutoNation, Group 1, and Sonic Automotive also slumped. Now, as of last night, CDK has created a resource center for dealers as the cyber attack disruption entered its third day yesterday with no resolution in sight. In a note to customers late last night, they had opened up a dealer resource center to assist clients. We've now created a dealer resource center to keep your dealership working until our applications are recovered, the company wrote. The DRC, among other things, has documents and processes on managing daily processes. The information can be found at the Dealer Resource Center link. What an absolute nightmare for car dealerships across the United States.
DMS is it's a incredible program for them. I was exposed to it when I was with ATD, working with the dealerships and things. Not only that, they've got programs with OE Connection for inventory, for parts that's linked to that. So it's not just one program. There are a multitude of things that either are based off of it or contribute to it. So it is an incredibly deep system. And for the value of it and the $22 million, they're probably going to pay it. They're probably going to just pay it.
Well, that was another
and then
thing.
Find firewalls for it in the future. So it's a good thing in real time hasn't been hacked. Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Gee whiz!
exactly.
If we would have been hacked, I got like $30. We can go ahead and pay the ransom.
Guess what?
I don't know.
We're hacked right now. Yeah,
hacked off.
Well, somebody said, "Well, I don't understand." Well, think of it this way: you bend a fender. Okay, that's it. Somebody hooks it up to a wrecker, takes it to an impound lot. They say, okay, insurance company is going to fix it. Then they go to the dealership and say, I want you to fix my fender. Well, we don't even know if we have a fender to fix it with.
It's going to be $22 million.
For that fender. Anyway, what a mess that is. And we feel for you, dealerships across the United States.
Incredible.
Yeah, bad. All right, time now for our, I'm sorry?
You got a guest.
You didn't give me a chance to say that. Yeah.
Well, you got to hurry up.
Well, here. You go. You do it right there.
We got a guest coming up. There you go.
Go ahead. Jason Hyde, Ford Bronco brand manager, joins us. Jason, good morning to you. Oh, sorry.
Jason needs to unmute.
See?
You think? There you go. Jason needs to unmute. Are you unmuted, Jason? Well, I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you.
His lips are moving.
Your lips are moving, but we can't hear you. Are you sure you're unmuted?
Yeah, he unmuted, but...
Well, I'm unmuted over here, so I don't know what the issue is. So we'll get back to you, Jason.
We've been hacked.
Mr. Mars says you hacked, and so we're going to get back to you. Anyway, we were going to talk to him about the off-rodeo adventure with your Bronco or Bronco Sport, going to the Great Smoky Mountains. You know, I've never been to the Great Smoky Mountains. But I want to go. I want to go to the Appalachians. I want to experience all of that over on the eastern side of the United States. I never have.
It's very pretty.
I know. Well, I've seen it on television.
Right.
And the closest I came was to Birmingham, Alabama. Coming from Wisconsin, we kind of caught the back end of it, the tail end of it down there, and it's absolutely beautiful and stunning. And get off of the freeway or the tollway or whatever it is that you do and take the back roads, go through the mountains. Because back then, when we took the trip, there were no real major freeways to go from Wisconsin down to Birmingham, Alabama, so it was all back roads. Absolutely beautiful. Did you ever... Of course, you know, me being an only kid, me sitting in the back seat, needed things to do. There was no air conditioning in the car. And we usually went either in the spring or the fall. And they had, for lack of a better term, pop machines at all of the soda pop machines at all of the gas stations that we stopped. And so I came up with this idea to collect the bottle caps.
Oh yeah, you and like 15 million other kids.
Yeah, and hey, do you mind emptying your cap receptacle and put it in my bag? And I'd have a great big grocery sack.
You said that today, you'd get arrested.
Yeah, and so I'd sit in the back seat for hours, looking at each bottle cap to find out what it was. No, not matching them up, just to see how many different kinds of pop I could find.
Wow.
And it's past the time.
Still have that collection today?
I wish I did. I did. No. Well, obviously, we dumped it out at the end of the trip.
Caps now, they're all with their aluminum. Before, back then, they were made with steel and lead and,
all the bad stuff.
Ingredients that would shake up your pop.
Yeah. Well, it's
soda.
kind of like drinking water out of the garden hose.
Oh,
Who
that
would
was-
do that today? That's nasty. How did you
We
do
grew
that?
up on that.
Exactly.
I think I got this twitch.
I'm in radio.
But that was, you could only drink it. You had to let the water go through the hose for a few seconds because it would be hot.
Well, it'd be hot and it would taste kind of funny. Rubbery. Yeah.
That was that's like, that's the taste.
That's exactly right. Why are we telling these stories?
I don't know.
People are going.
We're waiting on audio.
Yeah, is that
Oh,
it?
we lost him altogether. Oh no.
Have we lost him now?
I don't know. He's coming back.
All right.
He'll
Well,
come back soon.
I don't know what I've done over here. Mars fiddles with wires
Oh, well, he's a wire guy.
every time that we do a show on Saturday, and it never fails. We don't ever come into the studio without somebody fiddling with wires.
He's
And I
looking
have
at
a
you,
feeling that there may be some sort of connection with your fiddling this morning
Wire
and not
connection.
being able to get our guy
No,
from
I
Ford
think
Motor
it's-
Company. No?
I didn't fiddle with that part of it.
But, in this setup that we have here,
It's
you
awesome.
fiddle with that part over there, wherever that is, and it affects that part over where the washing machine is. Just saying. Don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to talk to him about Ford adding a 5th Bronco Off-Roadeo adventure driving school to its
All right.
stable to allow even more people to get an off-road education to help them safely and respectfully take on the wild. Bronco Off-Roadeo manager Kelsey Gherkin available this week to discuss it as well, but we're not going to talk. We're going to go right straight to the top. Jason Hyde. This is really a cool thing. I have been on a couple of manufacturer-backed adventures, shall we say. One of them was with Jeep, matter of fact, and I think Mars was on the trip with me. And we went somewhere out west into a pretty scary area where we went pretty much straight up a mountain. And at the top of the mountain, they had an off-road course set up. So big ruts and over the top, and you had
Logs and all that.
all that, and then you had people from the company out there guiding you. Go a little bit
Spotters.
that way, spotters. A little bit that way. Okay, ease it over. Then sometimes you would even have one of the manufacturer reps in the car with you. Try this, do that.
Oh, it was
But well, on top of the mountain, it was kind of scary. But at any rate, we had a great time, and it was a learning adventure. I had no clue how to do any of that stuff.
What
And,
gears to be in, where to turn, how to
yeah.
turn.
And to have a manufacturer-backed adventure like this would be really something. I'd sign up for that. I'm not a big off-roader, but that would be tons of fun. And just look, when we go to the Houston Auto Show, well, not this last one, but Houston Auto Show down at NRG Center, they had that Jeep adventure thing.
Right.
The line was out the door for people to just ride along.
Yeah.
Show me how it works. And they had this big track that take you up basically
Into
to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And it was tons of fun
See if you can talk to him on audio only.
on audio only.
Yeah, he's on his phone.
Yeah, I can hear you guys,
Hey.
but you might not be able to see me.
Well, we can't
we
see
got
you,
you.
but we can
can
hear
see.
you. Yes. We
There
can,
he is.
Yeah, I can see you, but yeah,
You're good.
appreciate it. Yeah, the computer wasn't having it this morning, so
Let me ask you this.
I could join.
Was it connected to CDK?
Or Eastern European?
no. I think just the laptops and at Ford here and Zoom aren't too friendly. We use a different system, so
You might not even be
working off
familiar with
company laptop here.
You might not even be familiar with the CDK thing. We just read the story about them pretty much ruining 15,000 dealerships across the United States with their DMS.
Oh, right.
Yeah, have you heard about that?
I have. Yeah, not a good week for auto dealers.
No.
on that side of things, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's always a tough challenge to go through any cyber.
Well, hey man,
cyber attack,
thank
for
you
sure. I know.
thank you very much for joining us today. We're just kind of going over some of the off-roadeo adventure for your Bronco or your Bronco Sport, and coming to the Great Smoky Mountains. I was telling everybody I've not actually been to the Smoky Mountains. I think it's one on my bucket list. What a great place! I can only imagine what it would be like to go there and experience this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we couldn't be more thrilled to open or announce our 5th location now. So obviously around the country, we've been strategically placing our off-roadeo experience centers, and so this is the 5th, and just really one of the most exciting for us, just given the chance for our owners to come out and experience truly what the Bronco can do. So yeah, it's a great setup to have in the Smoky Mountains. We're really excited to be there.
Well, tell us how it works. So, do you have to buy a Bronco or a Bronco Sport to do the program?
Yeah, so that's kind of the perk of buying a Bronco Sport or a Bronco Raptor. Included within the purchase of the vehicle is a one-day driving experience valued at over $2,500 that you can select any of the 5 locations to go to. We've got, Texas, Nevada for the Bronco Raptor specifically, just north of Las Vegas. We've got New Hampshire up in the east side of the country, and with the 5th location now being Tennessee. In addition to Austin, it's just really a good chance for us to have a breadth across the country where we can show our owners really what the vehicle is capable of. Hearing it first from our trail guides, getting out on the trail themselves, and really just getting a chance to get some wheel time. I think all of our owners, for the most part, go home knowing a lot more of what their Bronco is capable of.
So if you buy a vehicle here in Texas, are you able to determine where you would want to make this experience? For instance, if I'm in Houston, I buy the Bronco, can I request to be in the Smoky Mountains or maybe go to the upper East Coast or Vegas? Can I select that, or is it predetermined?
No, it's absolutely up to you, and it's just a matter of setting up the reservation to go. Moab's also on the list there.
Oh.
The 5th location is absolutely one of the most epic. So it's definitely not worth leaving that one out as well, too. But yeah, there's a website you can go to, BroncoOffRoadeo.com. You tied to your VIN number, so as long as you've got a new VIN and you have over a year to sign up once you've made the purchase or lease, that's your entry point into getting your trip underway. So it's just a matter of getting yourself there. We take care of the food, the education, and the vehicle as well. So the nice thing is, if you buy a Bronco Sport or a Bronco Raptor, you get to take Ford's vehicle out for the day and actually put it through its paces before you go home and try something similar on yours. So we have a fleet of vehicles at each location, and that's something we make sure is included within the day experience. So definitely something worth.
So if I buy a certified,
is just that you get to be a Broncos.
If I buy a 2-year-old certified pre-owned, can I sign up for it, or is it just strictly?
No,
new?
you have a year within the purchase of a new vehicle to make that registration. We have extended it so our 22 model year Bronco and Bronco Sport owners do have until the end of this year. So in some cases, you have a little bit more time. To your point, a 2-year. Potential time to sign up, but yeah, it's usually within the first year we try to get the owners out and make that trip. But yeah, definitely something worth considering. And I guess it's just a matter, if you have a CPO, just check in, call our our trail guides at BroncoOffRoadeo.com website, and you can try to see if that vehicle hasn't been out to or at least registered. That's another avenue just to check if you are going to a CPO route.
Gotcha.
Well, it sounds tremendous, and I assume that you got to get your way there to the location. It's on you, and you have to pick up your hotel room, whatever the case may be, but the day of the event, then it's on you. So you get yourself there, and then it's all on Ford.
Right.
Yes. So our trail guides are pros at what they do. They know the vehicles in and out, and the trails themselves are perfectly curated to showcase all that the Bronco can do, or Sport for that matter. So we have each trail kind of set up so that in certain obstacles you can utilize the front and rear lockers, the GOAT modes that we have, all the drive modes that are enabled based on what type of terrain you're traversing through. So yeah, there's a lot to learn when you're out on the trails, but you go home an expert, and I think everyone gets pretty excited to go out and do it again themselves once they've been through the course.
And this is like a $2,500 perk for somebody that is a new Bronco owner.
Yeah, it's included within the price. Obviously, food's taken care of. We set you up with Yeti water bottles when you get there on site. We've got all kinds of merchandise, and then when we're out on the trail, we have a nice half-day stop for lunch And come back, we take care of meals at the end of the day as well too, when there's a little bit of a campfire camaraderie to talk a little bit more about everyone's experiences on the trail at the end of the day. So that's something we also really want to make a point of, is that it's a community and something that we really appreciate owners coming and making that journey out. And for some, it's the trip of a lifetime. I've seen people just go through all kinds of challenges, and overcoming those to just even get there. And when they leave, it's just something that they're so thrilled to have experienced. And I think it just makes that connection to the Bronco that much stronger for them.
How difficult is it to get in on one of these events? Obviously, the event lasts for a while, and how do you set it up? I mean, is it strictly a weekend thing for all of these owners, or is it something that you take 7 days a week?
We are always open 7 days a week, but we try to strategically place groups together. So we'll tend to close down Mondays and Tuesdays, and just kind of towards the back half of the week load up each day to make sure that we've got a nice group that's out there. Certain days are allocated for different vehicles, so a Bronco Sport might go out on a Thursday, Bronco on a Friday. It all depends on the location, but absolutely something we work with the owners to make sure that we've got something that aligns with their schedules. So definitely a calendar view that we have on the website is something that you can start with, and obviously call the help centers if you need further assistance in getting your experience set up. But yeah, that's definitely.
So if I buy my Bronco, buy my Bronco today, and I want to go, let's see, when do I want to go? I want to go somewhere around Halloween so I can get the fall colors and all of that sort of
nice
stuff.
Weather.
I can kind of cherry pick it, if you will. You can probably fit me in if I hurry up.
Yeah, registration's open, so definitely something worth signing up. And I encourage you. I love the idea on fall colors too. That's something we on the east side of New Hampshire and also the Tennessee location, I know will be great for fall colors too.
Or you get your Bronco and you outfit it with camping so that you don't have to leave the trail. You just camp out there on the trail.
Well, I mean, it's their car, so you're going to have to get off the trail and then jump over to yours. Make a vacation out of it. 1 day for Ford Motor Company and that experience, and the rest of it, you're on your own.
Even better idea. When you two boys get Broncos, sign up with the Broncos from your media cards.
Yeah, we're looking for that press day. That press day invitation.
There you go. We'll keep you guys on the list for sure.
Yeah, I'll bet you will. Well, listen, Jason, it's great to talk to you, and thank you so much for filling us in on the off-rodeo adventure with your Bronco or Bronco Sport, courtesy of Ford Motor Company. So where can all of our friends, actually, the people that watch and listen to the show, find out more information on it?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, BroncoOffRodeo.com is the first place to go. And again, thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate it.
One last thing. Do they have this if you buy it at the dealership, will the dealership notify you that you can do this adventure, or is it something you have to do on your own?
Yep, dealers are well aware, and we actually have our dealers go out and experience the journey themselves as well, too. So
cool.
That, and also this is something that's written right on the window label. So be sure to look for it when you're shopping in the inventory on the lots of dealerships. Something we include right on the window label as well.
Jason Hyde, Ford Bronco brand manager. Thank you, my friend. Have a great weekend.
You too as well, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much.
You bet. Thank you. Hey, the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for N-Wheel Time Car Talk. And a new daily podcast is available from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our weekly 3-hour show on Facebook, YouTube, and NWheelTime.com. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will continue right after this quick break. Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV. But we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Okay, inside Jeff's mind.
We got to load it.
Close that door. The infamous Cadillac Ranch, and I understand that you actually have been to the Cadillac Ranch.
I have been there.
Mars, have you ever been there?
Yes, sir.
I've never been there either, but it's in the middle of kind of like nowhere.
Yeah,
I
it
went
is.
through there one night about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't see it.
Well, you couldn't see it anyway. Even if it were there and you passed it by, knowing you at 2 o'clock in the morning, no, you wouldn't have been able to see it. All right.
Yeah, I have been, and it's been about 15 years. I remember when Kylie was on the show, granddaughter, she was a baby, and I was out there on a business excursion, and I said, I got to do it. So here we go.
Okay, we'll go.
When stepping foot on the field, because it is in a field, you're more likely to hear a mixture of languages from French to German to British English being spoken, and it probably has the most diverse languages than the UN. So grab a spray can, get some paint, rollers, or whatever you want, grab your camera, and let's go to the Cadillac Ranch. The story behind the art is this. A unique piece of art is the brainchild of an American artist, billionaire Stanley Marsh III. He was determined to create a baffling piece of public art that would shake the locals up. So he enlisted the help of his San Francisco friends, artists, and hippies, Chip Lord, Hudson Marquez, and Doug Michaels. The trio referred to themselves as the Ant Farm. Go figure. I don't know. The Ant Farm put time in constructing a one-of-a-kind artwork, while Stanley Marsh III decided to assume the position of a silent partner. In 1974, the Ant Farm came up with an eye-catching display of public art known as the Cadillac Ranch. Its purpose? I don't know. To show the evolution of Cadillac tail fins. Imagine that. 10 Cadillacs, starting with a 1949 Club sedan and ending with a 1963 Sedan DeVille, were driven to one of Stanley Marsh's fields and placed nose down, facing west, in a straight line. Over the years, Cadillac Ranch has become a ritual site for passing travelers like I was and Mike was. Today, the Cadillacs can still be seen nose down in the ground. As the years have passed, the old cars are now stripped of their original finishes and plastered with paint, which I did, and the exciting tourists eager to make their mark on the worn-down pieces of art. Despite the art being an open field, some of the Cadillac Ranch experience is very personal. Travelers near and far venture to view the public art. So get out there. If you're in the Amarillo area, go out and see it. It's about a quarter-mile walk from the road to the actual site itself. I painted it. I put my granddaughter's name on there. I'd stop at Walmart a few miles away, grab paint, all that good stuff. So the Cadillac Ranch was originally located in a wheat field, but in 1997 they moved it to this location, and they get people.
Oh, I didn't know that. They moved it.
They moved it because of
That's why I couldn't see
the
it.
expansion of the city that they were in would have taken over that area. So,
All right.
that's it.
Very good. Excellent story.
I've got to get
Thank
this
you,
going.
sir. Hey, today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the group of original Lupi Tortilla restaurants in Houston, Beaumont, and College Station. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories. In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana? The Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.